One of the most frequently asked questions is how much should I invest in one stock? Hi, my name is Alvin. I'm the founder of Dr. Wealth. And before I go into the exact figure, I would like to share with you some perspective in how to determine the minimum amount as well as the maximum amount of investment you should have in a stock. So let's start with the minimum amount first. I would say that the minimum commission is actually an important factor to determine the minimum amount you should invest. So in Singapore, the minimum commission can go as low as $10. And if let's say you invest $100 in one stock and it costs you $10, which means your cost is as high as 10% of your invested amount. And this is quite ridiculous because in order for you to take back or make back this 10% from the stock market, it's going to take a while, probably 1 over years, right? And you only barely break even. So it doesn't make sense if your percentage of your investment capital is too high, all right? It eats into your returns. Which means if you can just take $10 divided by the minimum commission of 1%, it gives you a figure of $1,000. This means that if your minimum commission is $10 and you want to keep your cost within 1%, you need to invest minimally $1,000. In my opinion, this is the way that I think most people should think about setting their minimum investment investment capital. Keep your costs below 1%. And of course, if you can keep below 1% as low as possible, the best, let's say 0.28% or even 0.2%, that will save a lot of your costs when investing in the stock market. And you will be able to make back your returns a lot faster. Let's move on to the maximum side. Alright, so some of you probably have a lot more capital to invest. You'll be wondering how much money should I put in one stock such that I not take too much risk in the process. So to answer that, we'll talk about risk management, or what is the degree of reasonable diversification. What is the number of stocks you should have in your portfolio? And the way that research have found is that a portfolio should achieve about 12 to 18 stocks to have reasonable diversification, okay, which means you reduce risk to a reasonable level. And let's take the middle ground, which is 15 stocks. Some people probably, if you stretch it to the other end, if you only invest totally in one stock, right, which is 100% in one stock, all your capital in one stock, is very dangerous. Nobody does that. So what happens when it's at 15 stocks and you invest in them equally in a portfolio? That would mean that you will only have less than 7% of your capital in one stock. And this is definitely a lot more comfortable for people to sleep well at night while their investments are put to work. If you invest 100%, I think it's too stressful and there's too much risk taken in that sense. Okay, so today we covered about the minimum investment amount, which is $1,000, and to the maximum amount, which is 7% of your total investment capital in one stock. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope it has given you new insights to investment.